Do you know around the globe, approximately 1 in every 10 individuals becomes ill due to consuming contaminated food annually? In the United States, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention estimates that about 1 in every 6 Americans experiences illness from foodborne diseases yearly. A well-known proverb suggests that you are what you eat. This implies that the foods you consume transform into blood, which directly influences vital organs such as the kidneys, heart, and brain. Therefore, if your blood quality is poor, it can ultimately jeopardize your life. In this video, we delve into 10 foods that say no thanks to refrigeration. If you are excited to see more amazing content like this, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Number 1. Melons. You can extract even more nutrients from whole, uncut melons by keeping them on the countertop. The cold air from the refrigerator can hinder their antioxidant growth. In a well-known July 2006 study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, researchers examined watermelons stored for 14 days at 3 different temperatures: 70 degrees Fahrenheit, room temperature, 55 degrees Fahrenheit, and 41 degrees Fahrenheit. They found that levels of the antioxidant lycopene increased by up to 40% and beta-carotene levels increased by up to 139% in watermelons kept at room temperature. Beta-carotene and lycopene are potent antioxidants associated with various health benefits, such as cancer prevention and skin health. These antioxidant levels did not exhibit a significant change when watermelons were stored at cooler temperatures. Number 2. Garlic. Typically sown in the autumn, garlic thrives in cooler climates, which prompts faster sprouting when kept in a cold setting. Fresh, whole garlic bulbs can endure for months when stored at temperatures between 60 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit, but generally last only a few weeks when refrigerated. To ensure longevity, if you intend to use garlic gradually, opt for fresh bulbs at the time of purchase. Look for firm cloves with no sprouting or black spots. For optimal storage, keep your garlic in a well-ventilated space like a mesh bag, away from warm spots in the kitchen, such as stoves or sunny windows. Number 3. Cucumbers. Have you ever observed how your refrigerated cucumbers lose their appeal within a few days? This happens because of the harm caused by the cold air. Keeping cucumbers refrigerated for more than 3 days can result in cold injury due to their high water content. This can cause bruising, water-soaked areas, and eventual spoilage. According to her, cucumbers are best stored in their whole form at room temperature in a well-ventilated area. Number 4. Potatoes. The chemical composition of potatoes changes when stored in the refrigerator. Cold temperatures cause the starch to convert into sugar. This not only alters the texture, making it grainier, but it also poses challenges for individuals monitoring their blood sugar levels. Even a smaller portion could result in a significant spike in blood sugar. Additionally, refrigerating potatoes can lead to the formation of a potentially hazardous chemical when cooked. The breakdown of sugars in potatoes during cooking at high temperatures can result in the formation of a chemical called acrylamide. Studies in animals have demonstrated that acrylamide can be carcinogenic, and there is concern that high levels of exposure could have similar effects in humans. Number 5. Chocolate. When chocolate is stored in the refrigerator, it becomes exposed to moisture, causing sugar to migrate to the surface. This phenomenon, known as blooming, results in a white coating on the chocolate. While bloomed chocolate remains safe for consumption, its texture and appearance are compromised. However, there is an exception to this rule, particularly in warmer climates where chocolate might melt. In such cases, you can store it in the fridge in an airtight container. The ideal storage place for chocolate is a cool and dry environment, shielded from heat and light. Number 6. Tomatoes. Senior Global Produce Coordinator at Whole Foods Market, refrigerating tomatoes can lead to a loss of flavor and a soft, mushy texture. He notes that similar to avocados, storing tomatoes in the fridge impedes their full ripening process. Additionally, in my experience, chilled tomatoes lack the enjoyable taste and texture we associate with ripe ones. Consider the most delicious and juicy tomatoes you've ever had. They likely weren't cold. For optimal results, it's best to store tomatoes at room temperature, away from direct sunlight, and only refrigerate them after they've been cut. Number 7. Basil. After being cut, Herbs such as basil are ideally stored at room temperature. Refrigerating cut basil can lead to the delicate leaves darkening and losing their color. This process, known as oxidation, is responsible for the browning of fruits and vegetables. An enzyme called polyphenol oxidase, present in the cells, reacts with oxygen from the air. Place the basil stems in a tall jar filled with water and ensure they are kept away from direct sunlight. Number 8. Bananas. If you mistakenly place nutritious bananas in the refrigerator while unpacking groceries, expect them to turn brown, but don't discard them just yet. Bananas may brown in the fridge, but their taste remains unaffected. Bananas emit a gas that accelerates the ripening of other fruits, so it's important to be cautious about where you store them. Whether stored inside or outside the refrigerator, it's best to keep bananas separate from other fruits unless you want them to ripen more rapidly. Number 9. Bread. It's understandable if you can't consume an entire loaf of bread within a few days, but it's helpful to consider your consumption habits when planning storage methods. Bread containing natural ingredients can begin to mold within a few days when left on the counter, while refrigeration tends to dry out the bread. Therefore, if you anticipate having more bread than you can consume in a couple of days, it's advisable to store it in the freezer. To maintain freshness, take out a few slices as needed every few days and store the remaining bread at room temperature in a bread box. Number 10. Coffee. For optimal flavor, it's recommended to store your favorite coffee, whether ground or whole bean, outside of the refrigerator. The humidity present in the fridge can lead to condensation buildup, adversely affecting the flavor of both ground and whole bean coffee. To preserve its flavor profile, coffee should be stored in your pantry instead. And there you have it, 10 foods that say no thanks to refrigeration. If you find my video interesting, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Till then, stay happy and healthy.